You may remember last week, I think, I showed you my pocket Pennybridge in red, which I had purchased with the idea of having it as a wallet. By the time I'd finished filming that video, I knew it wasn't going to work for me as a wallet. I don't know why I insist on buying pocket Filofaxes to try. They don't work for me. I don't like the size of the paper. Nothing smaller than a personal works for me, and my preferred size is a compact. My Luxe, I love it. I love it. I wish I could use it as a wallet, but because it's a compact, it's not big enough to put lots of stuff in, and to be honest, I don't think I'd love it if I could put lots of stuff in it. So I sent the pocket back and I swapped it for a full-size one, which is also a compact. It's a compact zip. As it happens, instead of sending me a red one, they sent me a pink one. Look, it matches my hair. And I love it. I love it more than the red. I didn't think I would. I don't generally go for pink stuff. I was particularly disappointed with the Finsbury when I saw it, because it said it was raspberry, and to me raspberries are almost red. And this was like a wishy-washy bleh colour. It wasn't pink. So when they said this was raspberry, I was like, oh yeah, but it's not going to look like it does in the pictures. Surprisingly, it does. This is it does actually, it matches my hair almost exactly. See? It's my favourite colour. It's Rose Madder. It's proper rose pink. I love it. Absolutely adore it. Happy accident. I'm really pleased. And in fact, I think it looks better than the red one, because the red one looks a little bit cheap and tacky by comparison, whereas this looks luscious. I don't know if it's just the colour or what. I don't know why. But having seen this colour, I've now ordered, with the last remnants of my Christmas money, I have ordered the A5 in the raspberry as well, because if I don't, I know I'll regret it. I'm going to keep the red ones for work. I've been toying with the idea of taking my archive out of my domino. Even though it's got massive rings, it's really good for archiving. But I thought, well, I might take everything out and just put it in a box so that I can use that as a notebook for various classes and things I'm taking. And then I thought, you know what? I can get the A5 Pennybridge on eBay for £30. I'm going to treat myself with the last of my Christmas money. So I've got an A5 coming in this colour. My red one will be for work. My pink one will be for personal. And this is, wallets are kind of personal stroke. I do put a bit of work stuff in here, but not much. This is probably going to be 90% personal, 10% work, and this one will end up the reverse. It'll be 90% work, 10% personal. So, you know, that works for me. The red I've got for work and the pink I've got for personal. Because I work from home and I use my A5 for big projects like classwork, I don't really have an issue running 2 or 3 different Filofaxes. These two together are probably what one person would have in a personal if they were into big personal chunky ones. In fact, I've probably got less in these two together than most people have in their Maldens, in all honesty. But to me it makes sense to have this split so that I can have 2 folders that I really love. When I showed you this one the other day, you'll probably remember I had the diary section. I had 1 month diary, I had a monthly diary, I had notes, I had vets, medical and finance. And it was stuffed to capacity. I now have just the daily diaries, so my daily work and appointment schedule, which is this one, and my notes sections. I don't have anything else in here at all. I can make notes in here, obviously, of other things and transfer them. That means this one can stay at home. I don't ever have to take it out anywhere with me, because you know, I book all my appointments on my calendar on my phone as well, so I don't need to have this with me to book an appointment. I can, you know, this can stay at home now. Work can stay at home. It's fabulous. And what I've now got is this, which is my Pennybridge Compact, zipped. This is now my wallet and all the stuff that I've taken out of my red one, because this is all stuff that goes out and about with me. So let me show you what I've got. The Pennybridge Compact Personal size is basically the same layout as the Pocket, and on the outside it doesn't look much different to the A5 actually, it's just not as wide. You've got a full length pocket at the back here, which is nice and stretchy, and in actual fact, something that I couldn't do before with the Pocket, I can fit my phone in there, so I can actually use this as a clutch if I want to, which I rather like. The zip is very nice, works fine. It's got the Filofax logo on the front and the F on the back. And inside it is exactly the same layout as the Pocket one, where you had one long pocket, sort of that length, in the Pocket size. Actually, you've got 2 credit card pockets in this one. So you've got 6 credit card pockets here. In this section you've got 2 full length pockets and a coin purse, which I've seen some people say they can't keep coins in here, but I've got quite a few coins in here and I've had no problem. I don't quite know what that's about. Maybe they've got this so stuffed that they can't close it, I don't know. But I'm certainly not having any trouble with it. There's another long pocket along the side here which is a bit tighter, and that's where I keep my paper money and my business cards. Never leave home without a business card. Then here there are 4 more pockets for credit cards, which I've got my ID card, my hospital card, and I'll put things like my library card and stuff in there that I use a lot. And then on this side, there's 4 more pockets, which I've just got coupons in here at the moment. I'll probably put store cards and things in there. I don't really need all those credit card pockets, to be honest. I probably won't even use these. In here, I do tend to just keep everything. So I've just got some recent receipts shoved in there, and when I go through them and decide what I need to keep and what I don't, then I'll get rid of what I don't need, and what I do want to keep I will put in here. This is my zip wallet, which I took out of the other one, which has receipts that I need to keep for work, and basically when this gets full, or you know, it's starting to stretch, or just when I feel like it, I go through this and I log all the receipts. It didn't come with a clear divider, a clear dashboard, which I'm a bit peeved about. I like my clear dashboards, but this is a black dashboard. This will do for now, I suppose, and I can probably make one. I don't know, I'll change it somehow. I've got my 2014 year on a page, 2013, 2015, personal information that I haven't filled out yet. And then I've taken out some of the information section. I haven't got all of it. I don't need to know all the European members of the European Union and all that stuff. But I do have useful information like clothes size conversions, notable dates, weights and measures, that kind of thing. And of course my Filofax number, that registration that I haven't done yet. In my other Filofax, I originally had my month on a page, but I found that mostly what I was putting on it is appointments that I need when I'm out anyway, and bill payments, and of course it makes sense to put my bill payments in my wallet. So that means I have to put small appointments like dentist, doctor, vets in my other one as well, but to be honest that's not a big deal. I don't have that many personal appointments to worry about. It's really no hassle, and in any case I put those on my phone anyway with an alarm. So even if I forgot for some reason to transfer it into my others, it'll still come up on my phone and ding and say, hey, you've got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I'm just putting down bill payments, how much I've paid, when I've paid it, marking it off, etc. I will be able to put recurring payments in here, so I'll be able to fill it up for the whole year, work out how much I pay on different things throughout the year, all that stuff. Then I've got, it actually came with a full diary pack, but I've taken the diary pack out, I don't need it. I've got a set of to-do sheets, I've got about 8 to-do sheets here. And then I've got my mail section. It makes sense to me to have my mail in my wallet with my stamps and my money and my customs labels and all that sort of stuff. So I've got my mail and my swaps in here. I've moved some of the clear dividers out from this one, from that one into this one, because obviously with taking some of the stuff out I didn't need it all. So I've got swaps information, I've got mail art, I've got my emergency envelope with a proper stamp, I've got my fun stamps and customs declarations, and then I've got a section for my art pals and addresses and things like that, because again, the likelihood is that the only time I'm going to need these is when I go to the post office, and if I go to the post office I've got my wallet with me, so it makes sense to have my address book in my wallet. It came with these ones, which are name, address, email, phone number, fax, and there's only like 10 pages of them, so I thought, well, I might as well shove them in there, and then if I need to put an address down, then I've got somewhere to put it. This little star tab is just to mark important phone numbers, which are things like the plumber and the landlord and things like that, important numbers that I need to get to really quickly. And then I've got my clear divider for my finance section. Now I've just put a blank page in here because I don't want to show personal information, but this section, I don't use it to record absolutely everything I spend. What's the point in that? It goes straight onto my card system anyway, it shows up straight away. I don't need to keep track of finances like that. But I do have payments that I need to make on a personal basis. I've got a small loan from a friend that I'm paying back. I occasionally put money towards vets. I've got a savings scheme with the vets just in case. I've got my flatmate, because she gets paid on a monthly basis. She pays all the bills by direct debit and I pay her on a weekly basis. So it just makes sense to keep that track of that so I know where I'm up to. But I don't log absolutely everything, I just log things that I don't track anywhere else. In here I've got some important contact numbers and medical information, and then I've got my vet stuff, which is, I've got all sorts in here, but I need to put a finance sheet in here for my vet's savings scheme. But you know, if I'm out and the dogs wander off or something happens, I've got all their information here, everything I could possibly need to know. I've got their chip numbers, I've got their vet's information, I've got their, even when they were last vaccinated and everything, when they last had a checkup. And then I've got my flatmate's dog's vet's card. Did that make sense? The vet card for my, you know what I mean, in there just in case, because I look after him all day while she's at work, so it's useful for me to have his vet's information just in case. And then I've got some RSPCA information and some information for the volunteer charity that I work for. And then at the back here, this is a full length pocket again. I did originally try putting my phone in here to see if I could fit it inside, but what happened was I couldn't then close the Filofax. So instead I've got some mail stuff, I've got some blank postcards, I've got some local postcards, I've got some, oh, I need to change those. Christmas letters, I need to change those for some standard ones now. And then obviously, you know, I carry a pen, and I always carry a permanent pen in my wallet because, you know, for signing cheques and things like that, and anything legal, you need to have permanent pen. So yeah, that's it, that's all that's in there. It's quite chunky, but there's not a lot in there. You know, it's half of what was in the other one. But it zips together fine, and like I say, it's about the same size as a normal clutch purse or a clutch wallet. I've had wallets that were this big that didn't have any Filofax stuff in it, so I'm quite happy with that. For those of you who need a size comparison, it is comparable with the size of these pouches, although it's slightly smaller. You can see it's smaller and it's not as thick. A better comparison actually is, if I can find it, oh, there it is, my Malden, my Midori. It's almost exactly the same size as my Midori. Almost exactly. Midori with 3 notebooks, almost exactly the same size as this. It's very slightly shorter, you can see, by about ½ an inch shorter. It's almost identical width, almost identical thickness. So it's, you know, this is a size that I'm comfortable carrying around. And again, you know, it's useful because I wouldn't take this one out and about with me now. This stays at home. But I would take this one. So it's handy that these are both roughly the same size, they fit in my bag. It just works. I don't know. I like that they're roughly the same size and they fit in my bag nicely. So yeah, there you go. That's my new wallet, my personal compact Pennybridge zipped wallet. And it is, like I say, it is, as you can see, it is designed as a wallet. It's not just a Filofax that I'm forcing to be a wallet. It is a wallet on this side. So there you go. That's my setup for my wallet. And this one is now diary and notes. This is my everyday to-do planner, what I'm doing when, and will probably sit on my desk or by my bed. And, you know, it'll travel around the house with me with this one, which again, you know, it's comparable size, so it's nice and easy to carry the two together. There you go.